help end the stigma. On the news this evening, mixed reactions trail Rivers Sole Administrator's town hall meetings. Defense headquarters says foreign herders responsible for majority of killings in Nigeria. On the foreign scene, U.S. confirms plans for private firms to deliver Gaza aid despite UN alarm. I'm Sam Chinedu, and the news continues after the break. Back. People are reacting differently to the town hall meetings being held by the sole administrator of Rivers State across some local government areas in the state. Speaking with correspondent Soibe Ruwari, the national treasurer of the Ijaw National Congress, Philip Brown, believes the town hall meetings are a waste of public funds and would not bring any real benefits.
But I've not seen significant thing he has done. And I believe that if he is ready to show Rivers people that though I'm not from Rivers State, but I have the ability to develop the state, he should begin to do something developmental. Going around is shorting the time. Put a program and do your program. So be going around to do what? You have already appointed sole administrator in the local government. Let them give you a report on what is going on. It's part of the way of wasting money that he's doing now. He's wasting our money by gathering people to local government by local government. To do what? You don't have any business doing that. Because you are not the governor that will spend 4 years here. You are just a sole administrator that will be here for 6 months. Start doing work.
On his part, the former national vice chairman of Labour Party in the South-South region, Favour Ruben, advised the sole administrator to focus on the mandate handed over to him by President Bola Tinubu.
Nobody should deceive Rivers people on this matter. He's not doing anything. He cannot broker peace. How will he broker peace when he's already operating in a one-sided way in this administration? Are we not here in the state seeing what he's doing? All the appointments that he made, has he done anything that has to do with brokering peace or taking a firm and just stand? He has not done so. These are just window dressing, trying to let people believe that he's working.
Also, the spokesperson of the African Democratic Congress, Lucky Manigila, urged the sole administrator to ensure he addresses the issue of increasing piracy on the waterways in the state if he has good intentions, embarking on the local government tour.
Series of consultations and pleas, the tensions here and there have been doused. Presently, what we expect him to do is to address the core security issues that is bedeviling the people of Rivers State, especially in the riverine areas. Paying more attention to security will do more in the state. Security in the waterways and on the land, so that most of these social vices are going to stop. Holding town hall meetings without due follow-ups do not actually produce results.
But a Port Harcourt-based lawyer, Achinike Williams Wobodo, while urging those questioning the sole administrator's competence to broker peace in the Rivers political tension, said the sole administrator is minimizing funds in embarking on the local government tour.
The responsibility of the sole administrator to ensure that normalcy returns. And how can you return normalcy if you do not go to the local government to at least feel the pulse of people, talk to them, reassure them that the government of Rivers State will return to normal? This is part of his responsibility. And the sole administrator has not invited the critical stakeholders. Now he's visiting the critical stakeholders, or he has taken a decision to visit the critical stakeholders, right? The main stage, and then people are not complaining.
The Rivers State Administrator, Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, has assured of government's commitment to ensure the welfare, safety, and security of lives and property of the people of Ogba, Egbemandoni area, Onelga. He gave the assurance at a stakeholders parley in Omoku headquarters of Onelga. He said the area hosts critical national assets that must be protected for the benefit of all. Represented by the Commissioner of Police, River State Command, CP Olubenga Adepoju, the state administrator told Onelga people that they were in the area to interface with them on welfare and security. He urged the people to synergize with the council sole administrator to maintain peace and security, explaining that security was everyone's business. In his welcome address, the Onelga Council Administrator, Dr. Chukuma Ajie, reeled out his administration's efforts as ensuring peace and security in the area and hinted that peace and normalcy have since been restored. Citing the recent successful and rancor-free Idu Osobile youth election, which he personally supervised, the Onelga boss commended the people and urged them to maintain the tempo. The PDP leader in Ward 12, Ozuzu Elele, in a local government area, Michael Amadi, says the people of Ward 12, Ozuzu Elele, passed a vote of confidence on President Bola Tinubu. In a statement, he expressed support for the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, commending his alignment with President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. The statement further endorsed President Tinubu for his second term in 2027, citing his bold reforms and commitment to national development. The statement praised the leadership of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the local government area under Prince Ima Anyanwu for stirring the party to victory in the last general elections. The Ahoda East Local Government Area Council has congratulated Prince Chibudom Uche on his appointment as chairman of the South-South Development Commission by President Bola Tinubu. In a statement signed by the council administrator, Goodluck Imeanacho, the council described Uche's appointment as a recognition of his exceptional leadership qualities, extensive experience, and dedication to national development. According to the statement, the council expressed confidence that Uche's leadership would drive economic growth, social progress, and regional development across the South-South region. The council pledged his full support and cooperation as he assumes his new role, expressing optimism that his tenure would be marked by significant milestones that would benefit not just the South-South but Nigeria as a whole. The council also reaffirmed its readiness to work with him and celebrate his future successes. The debate over who is the legitimate chairman of the APC in Rivers State has continued. As you may know, some APC members maintain that Emeka Beke is the rightful chairman, citing a judgment delivered in August 2023 by Justice Sika Aprioku. In that ruling, the court stated that the APC National Working Committee acted beyond its authority by dissolving the duly elected state executives led by Beke. Justice Aprioku ruled that the NWC does not have the power to dissolve a state executive whose tenure is still valid, nor does it have the authority to install a caretaker committee in such circumstances. However, other party members argue that Tony Okocha is the current chairman. They point to a recent decision by the Court of Appeal in Port Harcourt, which ruled on an appeal filed by the APC National Executive Committee, the NEC. The appeal challenged an earlier injunction by Rivers State High Court that had barred the party from conducting congresses in the state. The appellate court held that matters relating to the internal leadership and affairs of a political party are not justiciable. As a result, it nullified the High Court's ruling and struck out the suit brought by Peter Ohochukwu on behalf of the dissolved state executive led by Emeka Beke. Speaking on this, APC's Darlington Wuju said no higher court has invalidated the decision of Justice Aprioku.
the election and the validity of tenure of Chief Emeka Bekele and the rest of us was hereby reaffirmed. And so these are the planks upon which you see the argument of those of us who believe, and rightly so, that the right thing at every point in time should be done.
However, Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to Tony Okocha, Vincent Bosi, insists that the Court of Appeal judgment invalidates that of the Rivers State High Court.
2nd of May, there was a judgment of the Court of Appeal in the Port Harcourt Division. Court that you mentioned earlier has no power, no jurisdiction to dabble into the internal party affairs of the APC.
Exactly.
Okay, so when an appeal court that is higher than the State High Court has given such a judgment, what becomes the case? In the hierarchy of courts, the appeal court is higher than the State High Court. Got up to the appeal court, and the appeal court has come up with a judgment. Should we still be referring to something that was done in a lower court?
The Federal High Court in Abuja today fixed June 26 to rule on a request by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to be allowed to cross-examine the third witness it produced. A Federal High Court in Abuja today fixed June 26 to rule on a request by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to be allowed to cross-examine the third witness he produced to testify against the former governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello. The anti-graft agency, through its lawyer, Mr. Olukayode Enitan San, made the application after the witness, Mr. Nicholas Oj. Homon, who is an internal auditor at the American International School, Abuja, had concluded his evidence in the matter. The witness testified before the court that following a letter from the EFCC, the school refunded a total sum of 760,900